Executive Entrepreneur will help you leverage your talent, experience, and connections. Act now. Business-minded people just like you deserve a piece of prosperity from the world's energy capital. Phone lines are open. Dial 713-622-6397. Follow us on your social media platform of choice, EEHOUR, or email your questions and comments to online@eehour.com. Now here's your host, Jonyprofit.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with yours truly, Jonyprofit. I'm very excited. Because, it's great to talk about business. We always miss one very important aspect of it, which is you. We talk about how to teach you to become a leader, do all this great social media stuff and all that other goobly gob. But what we fail to do on an ongoing basis is to tell you got to take care of the actual machine itself, which is your body. And so I invited some special folks here today to join me to talk about keeping it together while you're under stress, under pressure, you're not getting any sleep, you're running projects, you're doing all this different stuff, and you run around, you're tired. And as I've said many times, when women get, marry, take whatever more money, they get better looking. But for some reason with you guys, when you get more money, you add one layer, one koozie around the six-pack, one piece of meat off the back of the neck. You just keep adding and adding and adding and adding. And to compensate, you buy nicer and nicer and nicer stuff, thinking somehow we don't see through it. And so today's show is about get it together. Seriously, there's a health fair going on here in Houston. Every year the Texas relays go down, and I'm just always impressed with it because I'm going to tell you this. I get an incredible surge when I step out on the tarmac and I approach one of those private jet thingy things, and I get out there and it's like, you smell that, boy? That's the smell of the Jet A fuel, boy. That's kerosene. That's kerosene. It's a beautiful smell. I get all excited, like, wow, I'm doing it. And I get excited when I hear 800 horsepower to the rear wheels light up. I get excited by that. That's like, wow. And I get excited when I hear singers, and I'm like, whoa, man, the voice just makes my hair stand up. But what I get most excited about is when I walk into the gym or I walk down the street or I turn the corner and there's a human being that has taken the time and has the discipline to take care of the one piece of property they actually own. And I just sit there in awe like, wow, because I know firsthand from being in sports, the amount of energy, the amount of discipline, the amount of, please just get out of my circle because you're making me eat stuff I don't want to eat, it takes to keep it together. And so today is really about, look, you can do it. I don't care where you are. I have the tight shirt on today. I don't even have a camera on me today. You can go to EEHOUR.com and you can watch the show live, pushing through Ustream or pushing through our page at EEHOUR.com. And I'm going to tell you, I had some pictures, and this is true. I looked at the pictures because I was sucking it in. I thought I was still like, Polk High 77 and through all the touchdown passes. So I'm walking around, and then somebody handed me the picture, and there was this thing hanging off the front of my waist. And I'm thinking, no, I was sucking it in then, so I don't know where that came from. And I'm thinking, wow, And at that point, it was over. So every year I do this birthday thing where I'm going to get it together for my birthday. And I almost guess what? I get distracted by a project, a deal gone bad. Something pulls me back, and then I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, or I'm going to do some push-ups on the floor later, or no, that hurts, I'm not going to do it. And, of course, it doesn't help when all your friends are on Facebook posting what they just cooked, that they marinated in butter and salt and sugar. And you're thinking, yeah. And so I'm telling you, if you have a question, comment for fitness model, superstar, if you hear the story, unbelievable, and entrepreneur, Jade Gold is in here with me. She hooks me up with Jeremiah, the man. I'm telling you, it's possible, okay? And so Leon's joined us. I have some friends in the studio. You can see them. I'm not going to announce them until they want to be announced. Daniel's over there click-clacking away, making it possible for you to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all that stuff. And, of course, my man Joel is over there bringing up the music to let me know it's time to go outside and check traffic and weather. We'll be right back on the Executive Hour with this entrepreneur. Holla.
News 92 FM. Weekend traffic.
Construction to look out for on the Southwest Freeway, I-59 inbound. The lane's going to be taken away as you move between Bisonet and Gessner. Expect this until Monday morning around 4 a.m. They're also going to have the left lane closed on the outbound side of I-59, the Southwest Freeway, as you move between Fondren and the Beltway 8. This is also scheduled until 4 a.m. Monday morning as well. West Park Tollway inbound between Highway 6 and the Southwest Freeway. That's going to take you about 10 minutes. And if you're on the Katy Freeway, I-10 inbound, expect a 20-minute travel time between Highway 99 and I-45. I'm Stephen Ross, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Good day, everyone. It looks like it's going to be perhaps one of the best March weekends we've ever had weather-wise. Plenty of sunshine throughout much of the day. In fact, the clouds you see out there now will quickly peel away. We'll be left with north wind, very mild temperatures, very low humidity. Numbers in the mid to upper 70s both today and tomorrow. Overnight, a little bit on the chilly side. Temperatures in the upper 40s in the suburbs and in the low 50s here closer to the city by Sunday morning. No sign of any rain until the middle part of next week. So it's all clear until then. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Rate starting at 0.78 to 29.99% APR. All loans made by WebBank, a Utah Chartered Industrial Bank. Other terms and conditions apply. See site for details. Equal housing lender.
If you've got good credit and you're proud of the fact that you don't need to borrow money, guess what? If you're carrying a credit card balance every month, you are borrowing money, and likely at a much higher interest rate than you need to pay. That's why you need to know about Lending Club, where people with good credit, like yourself, can get rates starting at 6.78% APR. That could save you hundreds of dollars every month. To see how much you can save, get a free rate quote now at trylendingclub.com. Lending Club is a smarter way to get a loan, up to $35,000 to pay off your high-interest credit cards or anything you choose. You can be pre-qualified in minutes and get your money in as little as 5 days. So get your free rate quote now at trylendingclub.com. Trylendingclub.com.
Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you stuck around after that rude introduction that I gave, but you know who you're dealing with here, all right? All right, you know, Jonyprofit here on News 92 FM doing this Executive Entrepreneur Hour thing. If you need to get a hold of us, the number up here is 713-622-6397. Once again, it is 713-622-6397. So I want to introduce you to Jade Gold, who's just incredible, okay? So the reason she's incredible, her daughter was in a program for young entrepreneurs. That's really how we end up crossing paths. And over the years, you know, we became like Facebook friends. I don't know how. You know, at first she was all stuck up. She wouldn't do it. But then, you know, later on, she got cool with it. So anyway, so I find her on, and I'm just kidding. Asterisk, disclaimer, get over it. Okay, so I'm following her, right? And so the next thing I know, she goes from doing what she was doing with the whole pop rock thing. She's in, I'm truly feeling her entrepreneurship. She's messing with big companies, doing really, really big things. And that always catches my eye. So then I start seeing her work out. Well, of course, you know, I love all types of working out. Even if you just lift your kid, roll over in bed a little more, I don't care. But I started seeing everybody do the CrossFit thing. And they're just jumping and flipping and running into walls and running to the car to take pictures of them, running over and flipping. And I've had this huge post that I put up a while back. But I'm watching Jade, and she wasn't doing CrossFit or anything. No offense, love CrossFit. I can't even think of the guy's name. But next thing I know, she's like ripping it up, just shaping and just changing and just metamorphic. And I'm like, wow. And for me, that's really exciting. And so now, if you go online, they have to be your friend, right? See your, yeah.
No,
soon you'll be able to see her. You'll be able to go to jgoldfitness.com. But
of the plug.
Incredible body now. So now it's cool because when I walk into the gym, I know Jade. So while the guys are looking, I'm like, hey, what's up? And they're like, wow. So anyway, I want you to introduce yourself because you have taken the path, chosen to take the path, and done incredible things. So how did you go from, you know, you were looking gorgeous all your life, but you just turned it up a notch?
Actually, I disagree. You know, we have levels as women of we feel good.
Yeah.
And it had gotten to the point where, again, you're busy, you're an entrepreneur, a single mom. I've got one that's in college, one that's 8 years old. And all of a sudden, you're in the dressing room trying on that best outfit, and the fluorescent lights hit you, and you're like, photo bomb, and you're the only one in the photo, right? And I got to the point where I had hired trainers and I had done the whole fitness program, but like everyone else, you start, you make the birthday wish,
right?
It passes, and then you're back. And before I knew it, I'm 5'3", I'm 161 pounds. 38% body fat.
Not right now, people.
Not now, not now, thank God. But basically, for me, I've always had a competitive spirit. So I said, okay, what am I going to do to hold myself accountable to the next level?
Yeah.
I didn't do it because I could quit on him or I could fire him, whatever. And I decided that I was going to take a real public journey. And I said, you know what? I said, everybody uses Facebook for something. I said, I'm going to post this whole thing on Facebook from start to finish. And it's amazing how that in itself kept me to my goals.
Yeah, because when I watch your post and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'll go tomorrow. And then you'll be in there, yeah, I just left the sauna. I just ate. I just sleep. And now I'm back in the gym. I instantly get it. That's why I used to post like you're keeping me motivated.
That's a good thing.
So, okay, so about the competitiveness, because I'm curious, where did you start as far as were you in sports? Did you do dance, cheerleading? What was your background and thing?
Background-wise, I was actually a U.S. gymnast.
Oh,
for 12 years.
Something I didn't know.
I knew what high level of dedication was. You train 8 hours a day, go from, Woodlands, to Galleria area every day. Mom in tow, and missed a lot of school. Had private tutors because you're traveling all the time with the team. So after that, off season, you ran track, did basketball. So I was always in sports, and truthfully, I didn't have to think about my weight. It just always managed itself, obviously. And then you get into your 20s, your late 20s, and all of a sudden you're not as active anymore, but high metabolism, you're good. And then all of a sudden 30s hit. And everything changes after kids. I don't care what any woman says. The body changes.
For men too.
For men too, exactly. And so, I love that. I love the idea of competing. And so for me, I was like, well, what do you do going on 43 years old, April 3rd? What do you do at this age to be competitive? And the only thing that was available was bodybuilding. I said, wow. Oh, let's do it. I admired some people on Facebook, just like you. Yeah. And I said, that's an amazing transformation. How did they do it? And so I did my research, surrounded myself with people like Jeremiah, the ODF team, and many others, and the
Jeremiah, okay, so you posted a video of The Rock, Wayne. So I think that took over this morning at the gym when I got there at 6 a.m., right? I'm picturing myself being this dude, and I'm just kidding. No, I'm really not kidding. What got you into this field, this game, this thing we do?
I'm 39 years old. I've been married a little over 13 years. My son, the Rascal, he's 8 years old. Got me started back in 2012. My best friend Billy D. Williams, not local Calrissian, okay, but he did the branch warren, played second, and he got me pretty motivated. But what was a kicker is when my son asked me, was I scared? And so my dad's voice came out, boy, I'm not scared. So I decided to get into it. So actually that fall I did Texas State. Lost probably 30 pounds. Wow. I had a beer belly. Because once your son kind of rubs your belly and tries to make 3 wishes, it's time to make some changes. So that's what got me into it. So Billy, he's now on Team Blackout, but he introduced me to Ty Rogers, and I'm going to say the rest is history. I mean, he sounds like a drill sergeant. He reminds me of Anameas off of Spartacus, and I've done 10 shows since then, and I love every bit.
And so do you work? You got a company? What do you do?
I actually work in retail. Yeah. And I kind of do this as a hobby. They nickname me the promoter, but I'm always on Facebook. Get introduced to people all the time. I work with a lot of different promoters. Right. Whether it be Dwayne Malone or David Nall. I'm actually doing a show with Jade Gold, Texas Shredder Classic. I'm looking forward to it. Dave Gooden, he's an IFBB pro, and Dinah Hurley. So it's really enhanced my life. I got a lot more pure friends now from doing that than I was before. So true.
That is so true. So we're going to run out quick and check on traffic and weather. It looks like it is getting more beautiful every second. So if you're out there and you're at the Children's Festival, have an awesome and wonderful time. So we'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
Road construction blocks the entire frontage road of the Northwest Freeway 290 outbound as you move between Mason and Bauer. If you're traveling on the inbound side, they're going to have the left lane closed of the main lanes. Expect this until August 10th. Highway 240 inbound, expect a 10-minute travel time as you move between North Point Boulevard and the Beltway 8. And we have road construction to look out for on the North Loop 610 eastbound at Ella. The left lane's taken away. This is causing stop-and-go delays as you come in from TC Jester. If you're on the westbound side, that's going to be closed until 2 p.m. on Monday. I'm Stephen Foss, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
It's the festival season, and the weather is just right for all those outdoor festivals this afternoon and this morning. Weather conditions outdoors, for the most part, just about perfect. Low humidity, very mild temperatures across the area both today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, a few extra clouds and a little more humidity towards the afternoon and evening hours, but for the most part, it's going to be an excellent weekend, spring-like across the area. A little cool tonight. Numbers in the upper 40s to low 50s with no sign of any rainfall until the middle part of next week. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHOU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Hi, folks. This is Alan Thicke, and as one of those TV dads, I had to teach the kids about handling money, so here goes. Rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They're cracking down this year. They can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank account, even your home or business could be up for grabs. Unpaid taxes. It's all true. But it's also true that they're offering a new way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt forgiveness. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for a tax settlement that's 75% lower than before these recent changes. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will work to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. 800-343-3585. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Back to our program.
You're listening in. I'm in here lifting weights, getting ready for competition, breaking a sweat. I got the Under Armour in full effect. So the reason I'm wearing it today is because it was the excuse because, I got fitness people in here. But the other part was I promised myself that one day I was going to put on this gear and look the way that little mannequin guy looked. Because what I saw were a lot of people who put on this gear that did not look like the mannequin. And it's great to have hope, but it reminds me of business and that many, many people, they go to conferences and seminars and programs, read books, and they remind me of these folks that maybe they should have waited long before they bought the Under Armour. Should maybe just gave it another week or two, just wait it out. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. And you have good days and bad days. Some days I'm fluffy and bloated from all the popcorn salt I ate. And I'm like, okay, we're just not going to do that today. And other days I dig into my daughter's drawer. I say, what should she have that I can wear? I slide that thing on and I head over to the school to pick her up. And I'm like, how are you? So, it takes me to the place of, I don't work out that much. And like you, Jade, I was very athletic. And I watched a lot of my friends who, as soon as they stopped, especially in the pros, as soon as they stopped, wow, used to burning all those calories and it's gone. It's kind of like used to spending all that money or making all that money. Now you don't. So I would ask Jeremiah, how much time do you spend in the gym?
To be honest with you,
oh boy,
anywhere
don't scare them.
Well, anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour. I mean, when you're a parent,
that's good. Yeah,
you just have to discipline yourself, come in with a plan, and then execute that plan.
Now, is that daily?
Usually.
Why are you shaking your head, Jay?
I'm just saying. I agree. I think people think that we spend 2 and 3 hours a day.
All the way.
2 or 3 hours. 45 minutes to an hour.
Right. You're in pain. It's over. It's a wrap. Okay. So how many times a week?
Closer competition, 6 to 7, but usually 5 days a week.
Okay. So 5 days a week. You're not trying to compete. You're just the average superstar business owner. Here's how it translates. You have TiVo, DVR, whatever. Can I please move away from just one game, from just one episode of Scandal, just one book that you just downloaded on the little iPad, just one. Just start right there. It's like the doctor saying, give up one Coke, give up one cigarette. If you're driving around right you got good money, your money's long, you're out in Clear Lake, you're on the boat and whatever, and everything in front of you is beautiful except you. It's just give up one thing, because that's how it started for me, and I think that's how the lifestyle begins.
Right.
It's just one thing at a time. You can't go cold turkey. You can't just kick this off. And so Leon has joined us today because he happens to be married to a physician. Da-da-da. And, you know, I asked him, like, hey, can you get your on the show? I want to, you know, what do physicians see when we roll up? They're like, I got pain in my chest and I've been a little dry mouth and I'm urinating all the time. And what do I do, doc? And you're like, well, first of all, stop eating 5 pounds of Texas cattle and grill every day, thinking you're doing it big with your clients. Secondly, stop parking as close as you can. But anyway, I don't know. So, you know, welcome to the show, Leon. It's always great to have you on. You know, what would the missus say?
I mean, you know, first of all, glad to be here. And, you know, having these individuals in the studio, you can't help but gravitate to the enthusiasm. I think all of us who have had a level of success at some point want to reinvent ourselves, especially when you have an athletic background. But with regards to the whole physician thing, one of the biggest things that is a disconnect is, you know, your profession and the compensation makes you probably devalue yourself even more. You continue to justify, you know, lifestyle versus taking care of yourself. And I firsthand, you know, loving someone who is in that profession, see the lack of sleep, the tremendous amount of stress, and you know, you bring those things home, and then it starts to manifest emotionally. It manifests in your diet, your mood, your skin, all of these things, and your body's telling you, hey, the audio doesn't match the video, things not matching up. That's when you need to take a step back, and that's why individuals such as yourself, the value that you bring, helping them create the roadmap. And one of the most important things both of you all said from a physician's perspective is, how can I get it in and get out? Because time management is the biggest detriment because the hours that they work. So personally, my wife wants to get in there, get done, get the results, and then be able to have the work-life balance that is so critical when you do have that type of profession. But it is definitely difficult to articulate that when, you know, there's so many things that conflict with being able to put in that type of time.
And, you know, that was beautiful because the one thing that builds on individuals coming out of, per se, a different type of competition in corporate is the level of intensity. I don't find intensity in corporate, okay? I find panic, I find this, but I don't, because you're not paid to take a risk. You're paid to respect my earnings per share. Mm-hmm. So what I find is I get to the gym or I go to a business meeting and there's like 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you know, there's 4 people in the room I can identify instantly that have the intensity is what I call it. Everyone else has headphones on, walking at 1.6 miles per hour, got their water bottle, their magazine, you know, they're good. They got their Beats headphones on blast. They're color coordinated from head to toe. And this is the same as the business owner that comes in here and they've got the brand new office, all the printers, fancy business cards, all this layout to go. Yeah. Months later, you show up there in the same spot, if not broke or heavier. And I'm thinking, what's the difference? Because you had all the resources. And then I look over like this morning, I can't help it. I'm telling you, God bless Spanx in no other place in the world. Okay? I'm sitting here in the gym and, you know, the early morning crew, that's a serious crew, you know, and they're just going all in. We don't look at each other. We don't talk to each other. It's just, and in business meetings, it's the same way. When people say, hey, you want to go eat, you want to go do that, you're trying to make me fat. You're trying to ruin my business because time is my money. I don't want to eat. I want to get in 45-minute meeting, get out, get money, move down the road. And that's a hard culture to break, both in the gym and in business. And so, I don't know, Joe, what do you think? Okay. But anyway, before we go to break, I do want to have Daniel. You got anything new to add, Daniel?
Actually, earlier this week, it's funny that we had the show because I got back out and hit the pavement and started running again.
He's got the haircut, dude.
Conversation or two to have with y'all.
This dude's going to get picked up by Paige Parks or whatever it is or something. Anyway, let's go outside and check on traffic and weather. We'll be right back after these messages.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
We have road construction to look out for on the North Freeway, I-45 outbound. The right lane is going to be closed, as you move between Spring Stubner and the Hardy Toll Road. This is scheduled until July of 2015. If you're on the Hardy Toll Road, expect a 20-minute travel time as you move between I-45 and the North Loop 610. We have road construction to look out for that has the northbound entrance from F1314 as you try and get into the East Tex Freeway. That's going to be closed until August of 2015. I'm Stephen Foss, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Good day, everyone. It looks like it's going to be perhaps one of the best March weekends we've ever had weather-wise. Plenty of sunshine throughout much of the day. In fact, the clouds you see out there now will quickly peel away. We'll be left with north winds, mild temperatures, very low humidity. Numbers in the 70s both today and tomorrow. Overnight, a little bit on the chilly side. Temperatures in the upper 40s in the suburbs and in the low 50s here closer to the city by Sunday morning. No sign of any rain until the middle part of next week. So it's all clear until then. Weather around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm U11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Life is unpredictable. No one ever planned to get themselves into out-of-control credit card debt, but it happens so often to hardworking Americans as the result of an unexpected, uncontrollable event. A divorce, an accident, an illness, a job loss. Whatever circumstances led to your credit card debt getting out of control, Freedom Debt Relief has the willingness and expertise to help. In fact, after resolving over $2 billion in credit card debt, we're ready to tell you for free how you could resolve your debt in the shortest time possible while saving the most money possible. Call 1-800-400-9213. You may be surprised how many thousands of dollars you could save. If you're struggling with extremely large credit card debt, it doesn't matter now what led to that debt. What matters is how to get out of it. Discover your options now. For free information, call 1-800-400-9213. Act quickly. This could be life-changing information that's available for free. Call 1-800-400-9213. 1-800-400-9213.
If you're a homeowner who's faithfully made your mortgage payments, you deserve thanks for doing the right thing. And I'd like to tell you about a powerful financial tool that rewards your commitment. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and the tool that I'm talking about is the Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. HARP is designed to help you lower your mortgage payments. It's for homeowners who are current on their mortgage payments, but due to the housing market may have little or no equity left in their home. And even if you were unable to get a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that now you may be eligible. More than 2.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of HARP and are saving an average of $250 a month. If you're one of the millions yet to take advantage, call us today at 800-QUICKEN. To learn more, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That number again is 800-QUICKEN.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS 3030.
Welcome back to the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with Jonyprofit. Remember, you can watch and listen to our show at www.eehour.com. Call 713-622-6397. Again, that's 713-622-6397 to join in. Now back to our program.
Okay, so yeah, it's a business show, and we're talking about health and fitness, all that other stuff from an aspect of, how do you do it? And you're hearing from individuals that are quite successful at it. But, again, I can't emphasize enough. I don't like business, okay? I'm not wired like that. I love what money can do for me and my clique, my clan, my family. That's it. When we get to a certain dollar amount, I'm coming off the grid. And so part of that grid is being a philanthropist and helping out and giving back and doing great things. And, that's why Daniel is the one that always says, John, got to do something for the community. Give back and do big. So I'm like, what do you got, Daniel? What do you got? So he went out and actually found Jeff, and he's going to introduce him and roll over to that. So Daniel, take it away.
Sure. Jeff Reigman's joining us right now, and every week on Executive Entrepreneur Hour, we like to take a little bit of time to talk about the things that are going on that social entrepreneurs are doing to better the community, either for the children or just for the community in general. So Jeff, what do you have for us?
Oh, this week is a good week. In case you didn't know, it's Houston Money Week next week from April 5th to April 12th. And the organization Skills for Living, which helps prepare new business owners for the entrepreneurial environment, is hosting a Pitch the Sharks event where representatives from Axion, BB&T, Comerica Bank, Fund, Spirit of Texas Bank are all going to listen to new business pitches and have committed to mentoring anybody who comes to pitch going forward. So if you are a business owner and you're looking to make financial connections locally here in Houston, the event's on Saturday, April 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Trinity Gardens Church of Christ in Houston.
Great. Where can we find out? Where can we find that information if we want to send out a site for everybody so that they can?
That's a great question. At HoustonMoneyWeek.org.
HoustonMoneyWeek.org.
That's right.
Great. Are you going to be out there?
I'm going to try to be.
All right. Well, then everybody should be out there.
Well, thanks so much for having me this week. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Take care.
That's Jeff Regman of January Advisors.
So check it out. Houston Money Week. That's the equivalent to the Texas Shredder. So let's hear more about the Texas Shredder from Jeremiah.
Okay. It's actually Dave Gooden started this several years ago.
Yeah.
He won like a natural bodybuilding show for just natural athletes. And now I think from emailing his daughter, I think there's over 400 plus competitors, but we have physique, bikini, there's pro bikini this year, men's bodybuilding, men's physique. And they actually have a team challenge this year, like they did last year. So the team that gets awards actually wins, that team award this year.
When does it take place?
April 12th. It's in Austin, Texas. It's on Willie Nelson Boulevard at the Moody Theater. You can go to www.texasshredderclassic.com. If you still want to get your entries in, you can get your NPC card at the event. You can also enter as many categories as you can, except for guys, you can't do bikini as well. I'm just going to throw that out there. So it's a great event. Don and Dave are very competitor friendly. Dave's a pro. He still competes. I mean, they don't call him Texas Shredder just because it sounds good.
See, that's the coolest part about it. That's why I said, if I'm looking at cars, jets, and singing and all that stuff, if you want to trailer up 3 motors, you're $400,000 in the hole if you race cars. If you want to buy a jet, we already know you're $4,000 or $5,000 an hour to keep the bird in the air for the tiniest one on the market. And if you want to sing, well, yeah, I can't do it. I spent half my time as a quarterback shot, but anyone can get involved. And I'm always like, there's a couple guys that come to the gym now. They got to be pushing 70. Ripped. Like, wow. And so that's the part I absolutely love about it. And so, I mean, Jade, you already have mentioned that you are 34.
I'm proud. I'll be 43.
I know. That's all. And because, I'm 44 now, and it happened that we had our class reunion, 25-year reunion, right? And everybody come back and be like, yeah, I'm in charge of this, and yeah, I got this business, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. And you look at them like, but you're going to die fat and old. I mean, it's, where's the upside to you can buy things, but the whole walker thing, the cane, the legs amputee, it shouldn't take a physician to tell you to get in shape. It shouldn't take. And so that goes back to what we were saying earlier, culture, being in a stressful culture, being around people who don't support you, or worse yet, just understand you. Right. Like when you come home or you go to a meeting and everybody's like, you want a cookie? You want a Snickers? You want a cookie? You want a Snickers? You want a Coke? You're like, please, not right now. I'm at my weakest moment. I will punch you in your face with everything I have. So, talk to me about stress and the effects it has, or what has it had on you, Jade?
Stress is a real factor. And most people fail to realize stress is a manifested thing.
Yeah.
The cortisol in the body increases, it holds weight, it makes you retain water. And so there's a real manifestation that happens in the body with stress. And I think entrepreneurs, more so than anyone else, feel that.
Yeah.
Because they are the sole responsibility of their ship, their destiny, however you see that. And I think that in most cases, you'll find that most people think entrepreneurs have more time, but in reality, they have less time.
Right.
And so I think that we're caught in a cycle of bad habits very easily. And before we know it, yes, we have successful businesses, we have successful outcomes, we help others, we mentor them, and all of a sudden we forget our own temple.
Wow, Leon, what says you?
I totally agree. And, just to speak on the culture perspective, it is so much more than people really want to speak to, John. You go into corporate America, they immediately give you these company cards. Mm-hmm. And you get invited to all of these nice dinners. You go to these meetings where you're in a meeting for 8 hours, and then if you don't go drink and close the bar with them, you're not in line for the next promotion. So we're set up to fail from a health perspective. Yep. I personally fell into that trap. You go on these road trips, you support regions all over the country, and you have an expense account, and you get that prime ribeye, and you get the Coke, you get the cheesesteak, and then you go to bed on it. And it is just this cycle. And then right when you want to make that commitment, the first time you don't see the results, you go back to your old patterns.
Yeah.
So I encourage everybody to make the commitment today. The tools are there, the resources are there, but you can't lie to yourself and say you're going to wake up and get the body you want. You have to set that blueprint. You have to set the roadmap, and you have to let people in your life help you, to John's point. That culture that either is an indicator or encourages success.
Yeah, because again, go out, instead of your next business plan, do your next body plan, all right, and build the body. So we're about 10 minutes past the hour, so we're outside and checking traffic and weather, listening to News 92 FM with the Executive Entrepreneur Hour team.
News 92 FM, weekend traffic.
We are traveling at posted speeds on the East Tex Freeway, I-59 inbound. Expect a 20-minute travel time as you move between FM 1960 and I-45. If you're on the Town East Freeway, I-10 inbound, the left lanes are going to be closed as you move between Lockwood and McCarty until 6 p.m. tonight. Highway 225, the LaPorte Freeway inbound. If you're traveling between Highway 146 and the East Loop 610, you can expect a 15-minute drive time. Stephen Foss, News 92 FM, 24-hour traffic.
Sun is breaking all over the place this afternoon, and that's going to make a big difference in the temperatures. Good day, everybody. The numbers are set to climb into the mid to upper 70s for the rest of the day. Winds will stay northerly, and they'll see the winds lay down for the late afternoon and early evening. Not quite as breezy as it was early in the day. By tonight, looking for cooler numbers. Overnight numbers back in the upper 40s for the northern suburbs, near 50 here in town. And we'll get into Sunday afternoon with, again, mid to upper 70-degree weather and lots of sunshine. By Monday and Tuesday, we're back up to 80. Weather updated around the clock on News 92 FM. I'm KHU 11 News meteorologist Mario Gomez.
Be honest. Will owning a bigger TV help you get ahead in life? Will another pair of shoes make you a better person? Probably not. But what if you could speak another language? If acquiring a new language excites you more than acquiring more stuff, then wait until you hear this. As part of its biggest language learning event in history, Rosetta Stone is giving away demos of its powerful language learning software absolutely free. For your free demo, call 1-800-644-4945. And Rosetta Stone has made language learning more convenient than ever. Learn on your computer or iPad, then practice on the go with your smartphone or MP3.
5 push-ups during that break. But you'd only know if you're watching. You can go to EEHOUR.com and watch the show. You can at least catch the last part of it. And as of course, we're pushing to YouTube now. It's that so afterwards, it'll archive. It'll be, and you keep watching it. So I do want to say, anyway, this guy I met this weekend, Lael Alexander. I met this guy through another business opportunity thing, and I just want to give him a shout out because he is literally the Tony Starks in his industry. And so I went to his location, and it was room after room after room of just like Tony Stark stuff. Screens, flat screens, computers taken apart, all that. So anyway, and he's doing big things around the world. He's completely global. So I'm very proud of him and what he's doing. Anyway, one of the things I want to come back and talk about, the symptoms. How do you know you've waited too long or it's time to make that turn? And Daniel started talking about the word ergonomics and the effect, because I know when I sit in that chair, because I got to get a project and it's computer based, that my legs go numb, my feet go numb, my ankles start hurting. So Daniel, what do you experience from being a person who sits in front of a keyboard waiting hours?
That's a good question.
Oh, hold on. We'll bring you up. Okay, go ahead.
It's a good question. I switched over to a standing desk, and I did that, believe it or not, in corporate, and I got the look like I was like
weirdo.
Like just crazy person basically. And then I realized that my knees, from standing in the same spot were kind of an issue. So I had to develop different positioning and figure out different ways to do it. But I protect against it all I can. So I switch chairs all the time. I switch whether I'm sitting or standing, and the style of chair that I have. I address that kind of thing as best I can because I can feel it in my back. I mean, if you're sitting on the butt, then you're basically putting all your weight on your back all day long.
So you got some type of new PBS workout office people, like Gilbert's workout, and you're like, sit and stand. I can see it.
I got a desk and I got a table on it, and I move from place to place, and I pace when I talk to people on the phone.
A wicked case of office Bikram. Do you like lie down on the floor and type upside down?
You don't do Bikram? Come on, John.
Way back, more back, push back. Okay, so what are some of the symptoms that, then you looked in the mirror and fit? Were there any physical that took place that you realized maybe it's time?
I think actually you see it in the simple things. You're taking stairs, or you deliberately take the elevator. When you do stairs, you're a little bit more out of breath.
Yeah.
You notice that the meals that you're eating, you immediately feel the bloating. There's things you just can't do the same way anymore. You're simple bending down with your knees, and your knees are starting to feel bad.
Yep.
Or you're picking up the kid, and the kids feel a little too heavy. There's different symptoms, blood pressure, physicalities for women that show up more or a little bit differently in men. But I think that most people look for the physical manifestation, and truthfully, you can't feel as good when you're physically overweight.
Right. Leon.
I agree. Unfortunately, we only have an hour to talk about this. This is a 5-part show.
He's got his voice on.
Very white on. Kentucky won last night, so I was doing a little yelling. But
yeah, we were cheering with you.
Back to culture, John. Some of us, depending upon your upbringing or your race, you are simply not programmed to go and check on yourself. And you ignore things, and so much deeper than just the immediate physical manifestation. We need to be conscientious of our levels. She had mentioned cortisol. Everybody's pushing these drugs to treat the symptom, but not the root cause. So we go in and we get these quick fixes and rub a couple things on us, but we don't fix the symptoms, which are psychological, why it broke in the first place. And you have to really dig deep into a person's lifestyle to understand those manifestations, just not from what you see. And that's the difficulty you all have from a trainer perspective, getting into the why, not fixing the immediate needs from a physical perspective.
And let me jump on the bandwagon with that. I'm going to tell you this because it happened to me. I did my annual or semi-annual physical. Stop. This is a PSA. Okay. Stop drinking stuff you don't know what's in it. Stop. Just because somebody with big muscles or a nice bikini is on sucking this stuff down, which they're probably not, don't do it. Because I can tell you firsthand that when I went in, the creatine levels were off the charts for me, which was then showing diminishing kidney function. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I just drank a whole big bottle of NO Super Explode something. I'll admit, it becomes a drug just like Starbucks. The first workout you do without it, you're like, put the stuff in your system, and you're running around outside looking at traffic and weather like you're the helicopter itself. So with Joel taking us out, we're going to go take one more break. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up here on the Executive Entrepreneur Hour with the team.
News 92 FM, Weekend Traffic.
Road construction to look out for on the Southwest Freeway, I-59 inbound. The left lane is going to be taken away as you move between Bennett. There